Good evening once again. Thank you for joining us for the 10 o'clock edition of the UBC News Tonight. My name is Wadulo Arnold. Mark Dorothy Namuyomba is on sign language. And without further ado, let's get straight into our top story tonight. The Prime Minister, Robin Nabanja, has challenged Bunyoro sub-region members of parliament to prioritize service delivery to the people to advance socio-economic transformation. Nabanja was presiding over the meeting of Bunyoro legislators at the office of the Prime Minister in Kampala, where members elected new leaders to Bunyoro Parliamentary Caucus. We had a chance to cover a story.
While chairing the meeting, the Prime Minister emphasized the need for unity and a shared vision among leaders, noting that coordinated efforts are essential for achieving meaningful development and improving the livelihoods of Wananchi.
We still have a lot of gaps when it comes to road construction. And so this caucus should be strategic to harmonize all of us so that our people can benefit.
Nabanja congratulated the newly elected caucus leaders and urged them to take a leading role in mobilizing communities and promoting government programs across the region.
I want to congratulate members, our chairperson, Honorable Emile Kugonza, Mwevale, because we agreed that we do it through consensus. My sister, Umubito Kati, Omusita Kati, Honorable Nora, congratulations.
The Minister Designate for Local Government, Balam Bargahara, called for improved coordination and streamlined operations within local governments to enhance service delivery and accountability.
As we take our oath tomorrow, to end up cleaning our local governments. Local government, chiwere kizibu. Nemugenda mkusera karuru, ni babayima karuru. Njakubagambira example ya Masindi. Emyaka esatu sente nizigarukanka Kampala ezabakozi. Tutuyina abakozi kuba abantu bakunenangana. Ati nyewe kuba bakusaba sente. Chairman akusaba ziti, chairman wa commission akusaba ziti, nibanga kukwatagana.
Meanwhile, the Minister Designate for Science, Technology and Innovation, Engineer Jonad Asimwe, pledged to work closely with various ministries and agencies to support economic growth and innovation.
Nkiagenda kuraba mu bintu bingi kandi ngenda kuba ni consultinga ministries zona. STI is not an independent ministry. It is supposed kuba mafuta motoka. So bundaba nkuhikira ati nka minister waitu Balamu bunkuba nkuhikirire mu local government tukwenda kula STI a driving rate the 80%.
The newly elected chairperson of the Bunyoro Parliamentary Caucus, Dr. Emily Kugonza, the Buyanja East MP for Chibale District, pledged to work with all legislators from the region to champion socio-economic transformation and address the needs of the people.
I want to assure all the people of Bunyoro that we will promote the Bunyoro agenda, that will mainly focus on the priorities which the communities from across the board have been expressing. And this is particularly the Bunyoro University. There is already a lot of progress, but we want this accelerated such that it becomes operational. And I will do all what it takes together with all my members and all the other members of the caucus to ensure that this is realized. We've been for long having a problem of land.
The new caucus leadership includes Nora Bigirwa Nyendoha as Deputy Chairperson, Margaret Akiki Naziwa as Treasurer, Rogers Byamukama as General Secretary, Kasule Ismail Amoti as Publicity Secretary, Pius Wakabi as Chief Whip, and Flora Natumanya as Welfare Secretary.
African legislators meeting in Accra, Ghana have unanimously adopted a draft charter on the protection of Africa's sovereignty, family and values, and are now calling on the African Union to consider and adopt the document ahead of its assembly scheduled for February 2027.
African legislators meeting in Accra, Ghana have adopted a draft charter on the protection of Africa's family, sovereignty and values, and call upon the African Union to adopt the document ahead of the assembly scheduled for February 2027. The resolution was reached during the 4th Interparliamentary Conference on Family, Sovereignty and Values hosted by Ghana's parliament and attended by lawmakers from across the continent.
We would like to take the privilege to say that I'm from the Kingdom of Eswatini, one of those few kingdoms where we've held on to our traditions and culture, where we have not allowed development to take away who we are. We have embraced tradition and modernity, and that is what we want to promote.
The conference built on resolutions from previous meetings held in Uganda, where legislators called for a common African position on emerging issues affecting the continent's identity, culture, and governance.
What does it profit a continent to inherit the apparatus of statecraft, only to surrender the soul of its civilization? We stand at a critical juncture, confronting an increasing compressed landscape of interconnected risks and emerging threats.
The newly adopted document, dubbed the Ghana Declaration, focuses on key sectors including health, education, politics, religion, culture, and natural resources. The legislators agreed that African countries should adapt solutions to their challenges with minimal external influence and strengthen domestic financing for critical sectors such as health and education.
Because even our Malawi constitution does not allow abortion, but the penal code in Malawi does allow in situations where the life of a mother is in danger. So there are conditions.
In Ghana, abortion is also generally illegal. It's criminal, but there are exceptions. When the life of the mother is at risk.
That when you read this document, it's clearly stated that African states retain sovereignty over their health policies, including on abortion matters, as per the UN member state consensus. So this covers what we are actually debating here.
Yes.
It's already in the document.
Yes.
Delegates also resolved that participating parliaments establish caucuses on family, sovereignty and values, designate focal persons to coordinate activities and provide annual budgetary support for related programs. On the definitions of family, gender and sex, legislators reaffirmed biological definitions and called upon member states to uphold them in their national frameworks.
But in the definitions section, a man or male must be biological male or female. And we have to be very emphatic about this. And I believe all of us from different country delegations agree.
Other countries can actually pick on this. And we abandon the comprehensive sexuality education, which is being promoted for other reasons.
We laid before the African Union, and I hope we laid before the African Union before the end of this year, so that by February next year, when President Mahama becomes the next AU chairperson, he has something on his table that he has to push as an African Family Values Charter on the African continent.
President Yoweri Museveni was recognized for his role in championing Africa's sovereignty agenda. The Ugandan delegation received a special gift from the Speaker of Ghana's Parliament, Alban Sumana, for presentation to President Museveni.
Yoweri Museveni, whose indomitable spirit has nurtured the vision since its inception until now. We salute him for his sterling leadership.
Daniel Mugoya, Gloria Gutabinji, UBC News.
The Permanent Secretary Office of the President, Haj Yunus Kakande, has notified the public to guard against fraudsters soliciting money promising posts of RDCs, deputies and assistants. He has ruled out pending changes in the offices.
Shortly after the announcement of the new cabinet last month, the public were thrown into speculations, suggesting that the president was considering nationwide changes in his representatives at the district, seat and division levels.
The people were working. And there is no one who has told me that they are going to change RDCs. We are not changing RDCs.
However, the Office of the President has ended this talk, noting that there is no expectations of such changes in these regards.
If in future we are to change, we only change those ones who have disciplinary cases. Disciplinary, purely disciplinary cases. Those are the people who can change. But people are working. So there is no need for someone to write someone that I'm going to put you in the list. There is no list here. There is no list anywhere. And people should not get and give their money to those con men and con women. Tell them that a gentleman called Kakanda said that there is no money paying. The other dispositions are filled and people are working.
Speaking to UBC, Hajins Kakandi, the Permanent Secretary, Office of the President, the general public is therefore warned against protesters in regards to this matter.
People should not give people money. The RDCs, these posts are already filled. There are people who are working.
According to the Permanent Secretary, what is now left for the current office bearers is to supervise the proper implementation of the government programs.
Leaders must really go down. And that's how you can create mindset change in our people. What the president says that no sleep, that no sleep can only come when our leaders are busy mobilizing the young people down there to start working.
As for the enhancement of their salaries, Haji Kakani notes that this matter has been referred to the 2027-2028 financial year.
We shall revise the salaries of RDC effective financial year 2027-2028. Not this coming financial year. Yeah, because there were other priorities. Especially our science in art sabari art sciences kati abo gavumenti erina okulanga ate naawe beetwala waggulu kati abo omwaka guno sente z'omwaka guno baba bataddemu abasomesa arts mu masomero baba nabo basobole okufuna obusente obufaanagana obwabali bannaabwe kati abo baba babadde priority omwaka guno ate omwaka guli bajja kuba abakulembeze aba RDC n'abakulembeze ba chairman 5 abamadistrict.
Robert Nyango, UBC News.
Traders and local investors have appealed to government for funds at a lower interest rate to improve on their businesses. Government, through the East African Development Bank, put aside over 1 trillion shillings to be borrowed by local investors to boost their businesses.
The President, Uganda National Entrepreneurs Traders Association, Dr. Thaddeus Nagenda, has noted that over 5 trillion is needed by traders to engage in industrialization, and the interest rate should be at 5% per year.
To make sure that our economy grows to up to $500 billion economy. And that is a very good opportunity in case our traders start to be interested in that policy direction.
The project manager, Brick Farm Solution and construction company, Mohindo Gideon, says they started the Triple J Agro Farm Limited in Ndeje.
We have a 500 cubic biogas system that helps us cover about 70% of electric bills on this farm. It's a great push, but we are not contented yet. And that has pushed us to acquire more of the biogas generators. As we shall see as we move around, we want to look at having 130% of our energy covered at the 30%.
Professor Emeka Kazwa, the Vice Chancellor of International University of East Africa, Kansanga, asked Ugandans to turn waste into wealth.
Generate energy to run the plant. And that proves the point that waste is not a problem. Waste is wealth. Waste can be transformed into electricity. It can also be transformed into gas for cooking. And that is being demonstrated here at Triple J Farms. I am Professor Emeka, Vice Chancellor.
Dr. Aliyu Hassan, Research, Environment and Energy, International University of East Africa, noted that renewable gas could be used in the homes.
Biogas technology is a renewable energy. Renewable energy meaning that energy that is more efficient, more reliable, that is less carbon intensive. It has a lot of benefits for sustainable development, SDG 16 and SDG 17.
Simon Mbogo, marketing manager Triple J Agrofarm Limited in Ndeje, said apart from dealing in dairy products, they manufacture gas to light the farm.
We don't put anything to waste. So we have dairy cows, about 125 of them, that produce milk and cow dung. In the cow dung, in the milk, we produce yogurts and bone.
Benon Mokwaya and Richard Chirembeka for UBC.
Global Fund has provided 521 million to the government of Uganda to cater for the people suffering from HIV/AIDS, TB and malaria prevention. The fund begins in January 2027 to December 2029.
This was disclosed by the chairperson, Country Coordinating Mechanism for Global Fund, Dr. Bitecherezo, in the extraordinary meeting for Uganda Country Coordinating Mechanism Secretariat in Kampala.
Has agreed on the amendments we made, on the budgeting process we made, on the activities we thought about, and all of us unanimously endorsed and approved that document to end up in Geneva, and should be going to Geneva in only within 48 hours. And when there was no quarrel, the civil organization was very happy, employment partners were very happy, the government of Uganda officials we had were very happy. We are looking forward to getting this money approved and come to Uganda to start running the GC8 come 2020. Because it's going to run for 3 years when the GC7 expires.
The Executive Secretary for Global Fund, Luyimba Zitoni, noted that the funds shall be used to build sustainable resilience systems for health.
Earlier this year, the Global Fund communicated to the country that they have allocated a commitment of over $521 million to support this country and to contribute to government efforts to fight HIV, TB and malaria. And that grant will start next year, January 2027, for a period of 3 years that will end in December 2029. So for us as a CCM and for the country to be able...
Present also was Vogabula North MP John Taylor Indiko, who said Uganda needs more projects meant to assist the local people.
Still disturbing us, and the key one is actually poverty. So Kisanja No Sleep would speak to one, our efforts to eradicate poverty at a massive scale, like the way the president has been emphasizing. Number two, no corruption in this term of governance. We had started on a very good note. I pray that we keep it persistent up to the end.
Okay, as an elected MP, how are you?
5 years ago, Dr. Barirega Akankwasa assumed leadership of NEMA as Uganda rolled out a new environmental law amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, since then, the authority says that it has expanded enforcement, digitized services, increased staffing, and strengthened environmental protection across the country. We have a detailed report expounding on this.
I, Dr. Akankwasa Barirega, solemnly affirm.
When Dr. Barirega took office in 2021, National Environment Management Authority had limited staff, few operational vehicles, and newly enacted laws awaiting implementation.
So help me Allah.
5 years later, the institution has undergone major reforms and strengthened its ability to protect Uganda's environment.
It's been 5 years of reforms, of successes, of lessons, of challenges, of overcoming obstacles, but I must thank God that we are here.
One of his first tasks was implementing the National Environment Act and regulations introduced shortly before the COVID-19 pandemic. Under his leadership, Uganda developed air quality, chemical safety, and environment protection force regulations.
When the act was enacted in 2019, 2020, 2021, that's when we had COVID, so there was literally no implementation. So I had an opportunity to begin fresh implementation of most of the instruments that I found. National Environment Act 2019, Environment and Social Impact Assessment Regulations 2020, Audit Regulations, all of those I found them fresh, new legislations. And so I had a firm foundation.
NEMA also restructured its operations and expanded its workforce to improve service delivery nationwide. New departments were created, including a compliance assistance division that prioritizes guidance before enforcement.
Where instead of going to arrest investors for non-compliance, we go to guide them on how to be compliant. Instead of condemning the wananchi for destroying environment, we go to educate them how to save the environment.
The authority also embraced technology, allowing environmental applications, payments and approvals to be processed online. Regional offices were also established in Hoima, Mbale, Lira and Mbarara to bring services closer to communities. Enforcement operations intensified against wetland encroachment, illegal developments and environmental degradation across several parts of Uganda. Government support helped NEMA improve logistics, staffing and field operations.
You are able now to apply online for your environment and social impact assessment certificate or environment audit. You pay online, follow up online, receive your certificate online. So literally, Ugandans and all people living in Uganda can receive services from NEMA without coming to NEMA.
NEMA says environmental indicators are beginning to show positive results from conservation and restoration efforts. Forest cover has increased, while wetland recovery continues through ongoing restoration programs.
In Africa, Uganda now is ranked #1 in terms of sustainable management of wetlands. We are top in Africa and third in the whole world.
Air quality management has also received greater attention through monitoring and new regulatory standards. NEMA says Uganda's national air quality has improved significantly over the last 5 years.
Our particulate matter, what we call a measure of air quality, using a parameter called the particulate matter of 2.5 millimeters, has improved from 35 micrograms per cubic meter 5 years ago to 13 micrograms per cubic meter. The World Health Organization ranks that as good. European Union, just to give you a comparison, European Union standard is now 25 micrograms per cubic meter.
Institutional performance has equally improved through increased assessments, audits, prosecutions, and revenue collection. The reinstated National Environment Fund has accumulated billions of shillings for environmental restoration projects. Despite the gains, challenges remain. Population growth, urbanization, waste management, and environmental awareness continue to put pressure on natural resources.
Whether you are an industrialist, whether you are an investor, whether you are a small-scale business entrepreneur, always think about 3 things: people, planet, and then your profit. Don't only aim at your profit, irrespective of the circumstances, irrespective of repercussions on the other P.
As NEMA looks ahead, restoring ecosystems, strengthening enforcement, and promoting sustainable development remain top on their priorities. For Dr. Barirega, The journey has been about building a stronger institution and a more environmentally conscious nation. Henry Okrut, UBC.
Ugandans have been urged to embrace proper hand hygiene and regularly use hand sanitizers as key measures in preventing infectious diseases, especially as concerns over Ebola and other contagious illnesses remain a public priority. This call was made by Joseph Kawoya Kasumba, a Ugandan based in Canada, who has returned home to support public health awareness and disease prevention.
Kasumba says proper hand hygiene remains one of the most effective ways of reducing the spread of dangerous diseases such as Ebola, cholera, and other communicable infections.
I decided to come to Uganda to be part of Ebola sensitization campaign because at the end of the day, our country of origin is very important. We are into herbal medicine. I'm running a company called Ropa Free, which is a social enterprise company fighting malaria, rheumatism, and also fighting the spread of diseases through our intervention tools. We encourage Ugandans, all the people in Uganda, to use hand sanitizers because it's one of the best options apart from using water and soap. Sanitizers, first of all, they are flexible. You can't move around with a jerrycan of water and soap. And secondly, sanitizers, I think they are affordable, flexible, and they are practical.
Kasumba is currently promoting the use of Ropa-free hand sanitizer, which he says was developed to support disease prevention efforts and provide a practical hygiene solution where access to soap and clean water may be limited.
Sanitizers, they are intervention tools which can stop the spread of viruses like Ebola. So I came to Uganda to be part of sensitizing about Ebola. We are encouraging all Ugandans here to take precaution about Ebola because once Ebola spreads through the country, we are going to lose the tourists, the education system is going to collapse, people are going to die.
Kasumba has called upon Ugandans to observe health guidelines and work together in preventing disease outbreaks by maintaining proper hygiene practices.
A healthy nation. I call upon and I thank the government of Uganda, the Ministry of Health, the effort they have used to fight diseases, not only Ebola. They fought COVID-19, they are fighting malaria, and I'm pretty sure Uganda is going to win the battle of Ebola.
Benon Mukwaya, Jamil Sekaja, UBC.
The elected president of the Rotary Club of Kansanga, Helena Pia Magmed, has pledged to prioritize environmental conservation to save nature. She made this commitment as she officially received the mantle from predecessor Rotarian Charles Mukose. She plans to strengthen environmental sustainability initiatives, as this report shares with us.
Rotary Club supports communities, bringing together volunteers committed to service, professional fellowship, and humanitarian causes. Rotary Club of Kansanga has implemented community-focused projects on water, sanitation and hygiene initiatives in schools, rehabilitation and equipping health facilities to advance sustainable development. The club's projects are overseen by a leadership team that serves a one-year term, ensuring continuity in service and the successful implementation of community initiatives. The 7th president of Rotary Club of Kansanga was installed to steer the organization. The outgoing president, Rotarian Charles Mukose, handed over leadership to Rotarian Helen Apia Magmed.
To the best of my ability, give support and assistance to the district governor and to Rotary International, and that I will uphold the constitution and bylaws of this club. So help me God.
Mukose reflected on the club's achievements.
Within this period, we have been able to donate $12,000. We have renovated schools. We have renovated a hospital, a health center too, from within our community. There's a clinic called Hope Clinic.
He also had a message for the incoming president as she assumes leadership of the club.
And helping people is not about how much you have. It's about the heart. So even when I leave office, there are other responsibilities.
The incoming president, Helen Appiah Magmaid, called upon fellow members to work collectively to achieve the goals.
I would like to encourage my club members to participate fully, actively in all the projects that we have, to engage each other like our theme is this year. Each one engage for impact, and this is an impact year. So I'm encouraging all the club members to do something.
She also outlined her priorities for the new Rotary year, with environmental conservation taking center stage.
My commitment to environment is that we need to educate our communities around. This time, our district governor has encouraged us to work within the areas that we stay. Create visibility so people can know Rotary is here and this is what they do. And so, in so doing that, we are going to do education of the masses around and teach them how to recycle the bottles and not to dump them just anywhere, and make sure that the drainages are not blocked.
Amwaeva Njuko for UBC.
The Kasangati Great Lions Club has installed a new president, with Adrien Kirabo Kamunda officially taking over leadership from outgoing President Patrick Muganga. During the installation ceremony held in Kasangati, Kirabo pledged to strengthen community service initiatives with a special focus on addressing health challenges affecting vulnerable populations.
Members of the club visited Kasangati Health Center 4, where they encouraged expectant mothers to attend antenatal care services regularly to safeguard their health and that of their unborn babies.
And that's it for today. Till the next episode.
Like drums, kalakata, kalakata, enendungo ya kusabula, mikono juu, free of fire, free of fire, free of fire.
In a fast-moving world, why are we still stuck with paperwork? Signing here, stamping there, moving from office to office. It's exhausting. Now, there's a better way. With UG Pass, you can securely prove your identity, sign documents, and access government services anytime, anywhere. No delays, no stress. Everything is instant, safe, secure, and government-backed. UG Pass, your identity secured. Available on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. UG Pass is a product of NITA Uganda.
Step into elegance, step into confidence, step into La Vie Boutique. Located at Grand Imperial Hotel, Shop 6 and 8, right behind Bank of Uganda, La Vie Boutique brings you high-class corporate and casual wear for men. From sharp designer suits and crisp shirts to stylish casual t-shirts, tracksuits, shoes and accessories, we've got everything to make you stand out. Call us on 0772 419 181 or 0705 555 558. La Vie Boutique, where class meets style.
They share an office. Some work in the day, some at night. What they have in common Focus, dedication. That's what makes them champions. They also share something else, the reward of being one. The official beer of the FIFA World Cup 2026. Not for persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
Today we are in Makerere College School, and we've got our winner, and that is none other than Michelle. I am sure you've already gotten the school fees, and the excitement is already there. Thank you so much.
Michelle has won school fees for a year. Never Zaba Momo. 3 times paid, cleared.
You can also stand a chance to win. You simply have to dial *165 *80 hash or use the Momo app. Schools that accept students to pay school fees using Momo also stand a chance to win a van. Pay your school fees. You never know. You could be the lucky winner.
Welcome back. You're still watching the UBC News Tonight, broadcasting live from Nile Avenue. We now take you into the world of business. A high-level Ugandan delegation was in Arusha, headlining the Karibu Kili Fair 2026, marking a significant step in the government's ambitious goal to grow national economy tenfold by 2040. The participation is a cornerstone of the economic diplomacy strategy, a 5-year plan supported by a 120 billion investment to promote Ugandan products and tourism through its 34 global missions. The Uganda consulate in Arusha has added tourism promotion to its official mandate, recognizing the city's status as a regional tourism hub.
It's being discussed under East African community. If they can make the regional flights, they make them like domestic flights, because we are told the tickets are not very expensive. The expensive thing is on the taxes, because they charge very many different taxes, which ends up bringing the taxi very high, the ticket very high.
Ambassador Richard Kabonero, head of the ECD program, emphasized that tourism is one of the 4 key pillars, alongside agro-industrialization, mineral development and science, expected to deliver a high return on investment.
We look forward to more effort in increasing our arrivals, increasing exports to the countries of accreditation, attracting investors, and then these other enablers, whether it's in aviation, whether it is in infrastructure, they are all to support those pillars to grow our economy tenfold.
The highlight of the event was the Uganda Day on June 6th, featuring a networking dinner to bridge the gap between Tanzanian and Ugandan tour operators.
We keep coming to this event because we want our tour operators to get visibility, to be able to get partnerships with the different tour operators in the region, from Tanzania, from Kenya, to be able to partner jointly, have joint itineraries, be able to market and sell each other.
We are here to contribute to the publicity, awareness, but also as organizers of Powate, pick new indices that we can benchmark to make our expo even better.
Officials stressed a strategy of collaboration over competition, marketing unique Ugandan attractions like mountain gorillas, chimpanzees, and the Kazinga Channel as complements to Tanzania's offerings.
Uganda, it's time to move for a cause. Join the Olympic Day Tokyo Run 2026 on 20th of June in Bushenyi under the theme Move, Learn and Discover for Nutrition Care. Choose your challenge, 5 km, 10 km or 21 km, and take part in a nationwide movement promoting nutrition, wellness and hope. Every step supports Ugandan athletes on their road to Dakar 2026. The chief runner is His Excellency President General Yoweri Kaguta Tibuhaburwa Museveni. Get your official run kit today for only 35,000 Uganda shillings. Powered by Toke and the Presidential Initiative on Banana Industrial Development in partnership with Uganda Olympic Committee. Run for nutrition. Run for Uganda. Call or WhatsApp 0782-009-302 or 0774-450-125.
And in the world of sports, sad news, the Uganda rugby fraternity is mourning the death of Rugby Cranes player Sydney Gongodio, who allegedly was killed in a mob attack in Kampala. Police said that the incident occurred in Masulira Zone, Bukoto, in Nakawa Division. Preliminary investigations indicate that Gongodio was assaulted by a group of people and sustained serious injuries during the attack. He was rushed to Mulago National Referral Hospital where he died. Police at Kira Road Police Station have arrested 3 suspects in connection with the incident. A case of murder has been registered and investigations are ongoing. Kampala Metropolitan Office Police spokesperson SP Rachel Kawala says that detectives are working to establish the full circumstances surrounding the attack, and identifying all individuals in the assault has been made a priority. The death of the talented rugby player has sent shockwaves across Uganda's sporting community. The Uganda Rugby Union has announced the postponement of the Uganda Rugby Premiership semi-final match between Black Pirates and Heathens. May his soul rest in eternal peace. And more in sports, Uganda's Dolphin Swim Club Kampala were crowned overall champion at the Kenya Aquatics National Long Course Swimming Championships held at the Kasarani Aquatics Stadium in Nairobi this week. Dolphin topped the combined team standings with 370 points after 3 days of competition, ahead of Sailfish Swim Club Kampala in second place, while Gators Swim Club Kampala finished 4th. The title-winning performance was highlighted by gold medals from Tyra Muganzi in the girls 14 to 15 years, 200-meter butterfly, and Benjamin Sally in the boys 14 to 15 years, 200-meter butterfly. Gators swimmer Berekaya Lutaya claimed gold in the boys 12 to 13 1,500-meter freestyle.
I think I've performed well, but I'm not really happy with my times. I've been adding time in most of my events. Yeah, but it's been really cold. It's cold here. It's colder than it was in Uganda. I've learned that I need to train more and work harder.
My performance in league was better compared to what I've done in Kasarani. It's been really, really cold, and I don't like long course, and I prefer short course. I've increased most of my time here.
It's been a cold, very cold pool. The races have been okay so far, and yeah, I've been making some good, some bad times. Yeah.
It's been very competitive. There are lots of experienced swimmers and names that have been in this sport for a very long time. My swimmers are doing very well. I'm very happy with their performances. They've won very many accolades, including medals, personal best time. Basically, they prepared very well for it, and we are all happy. And that has been cutting across from different age groups, from the young ones who are 10 years and under to 17 years and over. Yeah? Sorry. Okay.
And that brings us to the end of our UBC News Tonight. Thank you very much for being a lovely audience. My name is Wadulo Arnold Mark. Dorothy Namuyomba is on sign language. Have yourselves a lovely week.